This Life with Amy Deane on Chiltern Voice.
Good afternoon. So it's Sunday the 26th of January already. This is actually the last Sunday of the month. Can you believe it? I can't believe January is gone already. First month of the decade. And hooray, I'm not on my own today. I've got the fabulous Claira Lemel with me. Good morning, Claira.
Good morning, Amy. How are you doing?
I'm great, thank you. Bit of a frazzled beginning to the pre-show, having had a few technical problems. Well, not really technical. Well, yes, actually, there were some of them were technical. So the technical bit was the fact that I couldn't get my Wi-Fi to work where I was. So I've only just been promoting the show. Then, on my way here, I got stuck behind a Sunday driver, enjoying the countryside on this rather dull day.
Did they have a cap? They usually have a cap or a hat.
I couldn't see. There were three other cars in front of me, and I wanted to hoot and go faster! But they didn't. And yes, so it was a slow, gentle drive over.
Yes.
And then I couldn't see where I was going because I ran out of water in my, the windscreen.
Yes, your thingy.
The wiper thingy, yeah.
Wiper thingy, yes.
Yeah, no water left in that.
Yeah.
Great. So on a lovely mucky day,
Yeah.
I just had lots of splatters all over the windscreen.
Fabulous.
So I could just about see the cars in front. And anything else? It was just one of those things. Trucks having to reverse up country lanes.
Yeah, it's like they knew you were out on the road, didn't they?
Oh, yeah. Here she is. Slow her up. She's going to go too fast today. They were right. I was in a hurry.
Yeah.
Maybe I did need to be slowed down a bit.
But
anyway,
you're here now.
I'm here.
Hurrah.
Let's get the first piece of music on. I'm going to go James Brown this morning.
Nice.
So a little bit of sexiness from James. Get up. I feel like being something. I'm not quite sure. We'll find out in a second. Here we go.
Fellas, I'm ready to get up and do my thing. One more time now. I want to get into it. You want to hit it like it did on the top, fellas? Hit it like it did on the top.
There he goes, James Brown fading out there to Get Up. That's just to start you off. Hope you are doing a little bit of dancing around your kitchen as we begin the show. So, Claire, what have you been up to this week? Anything happening? Did you step outside of your comfort zone at all?
Well, it's been a bit of a roller coaster week because unfortunately I had to have a bit of experience with NHS. I had to have various doctor's appointments. Haven't been very well, but I'm not going to go on about that because it was a bit of a funny old experience. I'd just like to say how the NHS are still the most amazing organisation, and they were fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
So that was great, just seeing the best of people under so much pressure. But moving on from that, one of the things I came across on Netflix yesterday afternoon was Gwyneth Paltrow's got a new series called The Gloop Laboratory or The Gloop Labs, and each episode is about different kind of well-being kind of things. Now, she's very controversial. I won't talk about what it's about, but my son was saying there's a new candle that she's promoting at the moment. She's quite controversial in the sense that she's talking about these well-being brands and they're very expensive. And it's very American. I don't know. I don't relate to it. So I watched a couple of episodes and no, I didn't feel it. I don't know, and maybe other people think differently, where there is a big difference in the way we do things with well-being in personal development, or Americans do it. So, yeah, I wasn't connecting to it on any level. And it is very difficult to connect with someone who's a multi-millionaire-ess. I don't know.
So do you think that, what do you think is different about the way we do things?
I think the way we talk, the way we present ourselves is very differently. And I'm not saying that we should go back to that wonderful British way of pressing everything down and being very tight-lipped and very sort of stiff upper lip, that kind of thing. I'm not saying that. And Americans can be seen almost to be oversharing and too open. So, and I think we could learn a lot from that. It's just trying to get the balance right. So yeah, wasn't feeling it. So that was just something I wanted to bring up about the Gloop Lab. Maybe people want to watch it. There's different episodes covering different things. But yeah, it's so slick. It looks gorgeous. They go to retreats in the Bahamas and
oh my goodness,
talk about their traumas.
So it's all a bit. It's got a very specific audience, though, by the sounds of it, because how many of us can, head off to the Bahamas just for a retreat?
Yeah,
darling?
I know.
It's because I need it.
Yeah, it's too much.
Time to myself.
I know. It's
in the
just
Bahamas.
Too much. So I wasn't feeling it. But, I don't want to be judgmental because some people might get a lot from it. Yeah. But I'm not feeling it.
Okay. Well, You said the NHS thing. You've been experiencing the NHS being looked after by them. I've been looked after by the NHS in the past, and they are amazing.
Yeah.
Also, things don't always go perfectly.
Yeah.
So you do have to be your own advocate sometimes, and I've had to do that. I've got a little issue that I might be talking to my doc about, which I've had a problem with before. But
right.
What I don't want is for it to go the way it was before. So I need to go and talk to my doctor and say, let's not send me into hospital for 10 days.
Yes.
Let's do it this way, because I really don't have time for all that. I'm not Gwyneth Paltrow.
Thank goodness.
Okay, right. So let us know if you've stepped outside of your comfort zone this week. What have I been doing that has stepped me outside of my comfort zone? I'll tell you one thing that I had a really interesting conversation with my sister-in-law last night about a meditation course.
Right.
And, I think meditation is brilliant.
Yeah.
To really sort of calm your mind and actually get you to start thinking about things that you might not give yourself time to think about.
Absolutely.
We get so busy in our lives, don't we? And just going from one thing to the next, I can certainly be guilty of that. And then sometimes, if I'm just tired in the evening, I just switch the telly on and sometimes just watch a load of rubbish.
But I think that's all right sometimes.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Don't give yourself a hard time, Amy. There's something something lovely about just getting lost in a box set.
Yes, it's very true. It's very true. Well, I am going to look into this meditation. One of my technical problems this morning stopped me from going any further, but I am convinced it's a good thing to do.
Right. What kind of course is it? Where is it?
Well, he does a whole series of meditation courses. I think you can get the occasional free download, so it's definitely worth looking for those.
Okay.
Or you can do specific courses which you pay 30 to 40 quid for,
right,
if you're happy to make that personal investment, if you think it's right for you.
Yeah.
And the one that I'm interested in is the one on abundance.
Okay.
So it is manifesting abundance. So focusing on attracting the good stuff into your life. And when I'm saying abundance, it could be health abundance.
Right.
It could be love abundance or financial abundance. It doesn't have to be all about money. It could be that you focus on different things in your life and you just want to just want to grow and increase the good stuff.
Sure, yeah.
And decide. It was a little bit like your vision board.
Yeah.
What is it that you want in that area of your life? What is abundance from your perspective?
Nice, yeah.
Because it might not be somebody else's idea of abundance.
Absolutely. Yeah. Sounds fantastic. Sounds really good. Sounds a good thing to invest in.
Yeah. So I'm definitely going to look at that. And
Money.
it just reminded me, having that conversation with her, that it is something worth doing. It's worth reflecting on our lives and actually focusing on doing something rather than always pushing ourselves just to work harder.
Yeah.
But we need to get our subconscious to connect with all of that hard work so that they come together and work together. I think, does that make sense?
Makes absolute sense. Yeah. I think because also it's coming to the end of January, and it just said on the news about New Year's resolutions and people going back to smoking again when they've tried to stop. And this is a really difficult time when people start to fall off the wagon.
That's true.
So it's about trying to maintain all your intentions that you set out.
Yes.
So positively and with so much energy and excitement at the beginning of January.
And I think that's a great word, is intention.
Yeah.
That what is your intention? So you might want to begin each day with your intention. It could be that you say, what is my intention for this week? And then every day you repeat the same intention so that it's there in your mind.
Yes.
You maybe have it up on the wall somewhere, stick it on the cupboard with your coffee cups in it, so that you see it, and it's there always in your focus. And like your vision boards, it's the same thing, isn't it? You've got a visual representation of what it is you're trying to achieve.
Yeah. Okay. Absolutely. No, keep on track, everybody. Keep on track. Just keep doing it.
So we are here. You're listening to This Life with Amy Deane and my co-presenter today, Claira Lemel.
Hello.
And we are talking, we're here to help, really. We're here to inspire you. We want to help you make your life a bit better. So maybe we will just trigger your thinking help you to think about your life in a different way and decide to start doing new things. Give you encouragement, give you courage, give you determination and a bit of willpower. So that's what we're here for. You could call it a kick up the backside, if you like. It might be a kick up the backside, or it might just be an eye opener. Anyway. So let's get another tune on. What am I going to now? I heard this on the radio this week and I really liked it.
Okay.
So I thought I'd play a bit of this. This is a bit of Mel C and Sink the Pink, High Heels.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
I'll be dancing home tonight with my high.
Amy Deane.
So what dropped there, Claire? What happened? What happened? Something.
The little thing. The thing that goes over the microphone.
The fuzzy thing.
The fuzzy thing just fell off.
I think they look like what are those hats that those?
The trooping of the colour.
Yeah. What are the
bear thing?
That's it. The bear skin.
Bear skin.
Is that what
Bear
that
skin.
is? Do you know what? I've just thought they'd made a bear. I've never thought about that before. That's horrible. Oh, but that's what they look like, isn't it? They look like those hats.
Yeah.
Which look very heavy and uncomfortable, it has to be said. I wouldn't want to be one of them. Okay, so now we were just touching on the fact that we both love the NHS and they've looked after us on various occasions, those wonderful doctors and nurses. And I was talking about, well, this is whilst you were listening to the adverts, which I'm sure you were avidly, is the fact that a lot of self-healing is really important. So not relying on the drugs, the just following all of the advice by doctors and nurses, but to be a little bit autonomous about the fact that, and self-determined, we have our own healing to do personally. It's not just down to the drugs and the doctors and the nurses. So what is it that we can do which helps us to heal? Because the body has the most amazing abilities to heal. And I don't know if you've ever tried this, Claira, but if you are able to communicate with your body, and I think this only happens in meditation.
Yeah.
You can tell your body to do to heal.
Yeah.
I experienced this once. Wasn't expecting to.
Right.
So I was about to have a very serious operation, a big operation. I was sent a meditation by somebody I had met quite recently on a coaching course. And he sent me this meditation. It was for people who were about to have a medical intervention abroad.
Okay.
So I did this meditation at home where, it does that sort of it's a visualization. So it sends you down, 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 sort of into your body or something, and it tells you to focus on certain areas. And the one thing that I remember it saying was talking about holding onto your lifeblood. So then it takes you back up again. And I came back up, I was coming out of the meditation, I could feel my head coming up. And I thought, oh,
wow.
So I must have been in trance,
Yeah.
of some sort, meditative trance,
Yeah.
because I hadn't realised my head was down there. It was quite weird. And then I forgot all about it.
Right.
I had planned to do it again before I went into hospital. I think I even took it in with me, but I didn't listen to it again. Mm-hmm. And then I had this big operation. It was like a 5-hour jobby. And then afterwards, my surgeon came round to see me, and he said, it took us quite a long time, 4 or 5 hours. And then he stopped. He said, "You didn't bleed much."
Oh, okay.
You didn't bleed much. There wasn't a lot of blood. And I thought, oh my God, that's what that meditation told me to do, was hold on to my lifeblood.
Oh my, yes.
Yes.
Wow.
How spooky is that?
Yeah.
So that was a real eye-opener for me.
I bet.
An insight into the fact that we really genuinely do have the ability to communicate with our bodies.
Yeah.
So if I can tell my body to hold on to my lifeblood when it's necessary, what else can we tell our bodies to do? That's my point.
Right.
So, if we have something to heal, this is why being busy is not a good way to heal. So if you know you've got something wrong with you, being mega busy is not going to help. You do need to allow yourself to rest.
I don't know how many times I've had conversations with friends who have been unwell and they're still dragging themselves into work. And I know it's more complicated than that. I know it's not black and white. There's a lot of grey. There's a lot of issues at work. There could be a lot of pressures that people can be under. But I've time and time again said to friends, don't be a martyr.
Yeah.
Just look after yourself. Just heal, stay in bed, because whatever illness they have, it's just going to be dragged on. It's just going to go on and on and on. If you just don't stop and go to bed and look after yourself. It's just such a shame because people are obviously under a lot of pressure from various different work situations. But, you know, it's a really difficult one. But I don't know. I seem to say it a lot to people. And it is very frustrating. Some people just feel they're worried about their jobs. They're worried about their bosses. But, you know, you're just not going to get better. And being a martyr to any company is never going to make you better. And
you've got to put yourself first.
It's like, I don't know who ever said it, it's like the person on their deathbed. What do they say? I will never say at my deathbed, I wish I worked a bit harder.
Yeah, exactly.
I may not have said it very clearly, but it's that
I know exactly
kind of,
what you mean.
You know, that intention. Yeah. So
yes, you know, on your deathbed, you're not going to say, I wish I'd done a lot more of the rubbish stuff and less of the good stuff.
Absolutely.
You're going to say the opposite.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I am guilty, I have to say, of not so much being a martyr, and I know what you mean by that, but, you know, when you're self-employed.
Yes.
So hard.
Of course.
So hard.
Of course.
You know, I've been in hospital where they've said, right, we're going to give you an operation now and it's going to take you 6 weeks to recover. And I'm looking at them saying, I can't afford to be this ill.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that.
Yeah.
So, and I have to say that, you know, the little issue that I need to get sorted at the moment, I'm planning to go into my doctor and do a deal with her. Because I can't afford to be ill.
Yeah.
So I understand that. What I would say is, if you are in a position where you work for somebody, you work for a company, and they're going to pay you when you take time off sick,
just
take the time off.
Take it.
Take the time off because you do need it.
Yeah.
One of the things that I decided to do in terms of being taking a little bit of control or responsibility for my own health is that I decided to. You know, doctors give you antibiotics. This they don't always work, and I don't really like taking lots of antibiotics anyway. Yeah. And you know, because it depletes your system, and you've got to put that back together then.
Yeah.
So I decided, right, I'm going to do a bit of my own self-medication with Manuka honey.
Oh, nice.
You ever tried Manuka honey?
I have. It's lovely. It's gorgeous. I know it's a bit pricey, but I think.
Oh my God, it's a bit pricey. Do you know what? I thought, right, I'm going to go for the highest one because that's going to do the best healing, even though I wasn't certain it would actually work. But biggest jar that I found in the health food shop, I thought I'll go to health food shop, I'll get some good stuff. £51.
What? Sorry, I'm just going to have a lie down.
Yeah.
I'm in shock.
Yeah, I did a little bit of that. And I picked up the jar and tried not to curse in the middle of the health food shop. You feel like you can't really do that in a health food shop.
No.
Maybe in a supermarket, but not
in a health food shop. No. But
why.
So have you started taking it?
Not the £51 one. No. I thought I love myself, but not that much. You know?
Yeah, don't go too far on this one, sister.
No. So yeah, I'm really important, but not that important. That's terrible, isn't it? We've just been saying the opposite. So I decided to go for the next one down, which was still £30.
Yeah.
But I'm, you know, that's what I'm going for. So that's my current healing is the Manuka honey, and I do know that it has incredible healing properties. I've used it before directly on a wound, being told by a district nurse that it would slow things down, but we tried anyway. It actually, not only did it get rid of the minor infection was there, it speeded up the healing.
Wow.
Incredible stuff. All the dogs were sniffing my stomach, of course, but I had to keep pushing them away. What's she smelling of? She smells great.
Well, there could be worse things to be smelling of, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Let me clean you. Go away, dog. Yeah. Anyway, look, you chat away if you like, because I'm I'm trying to find this song. Oh, there it is. There it is. I knew it was there somewhere. Okay, so we've had a request from Ben Lemel. That's weird. He's got the same surname as you.
How strange.
How really strange.
How bizarre. This
is Jennifer Lopez, if you had my love.
Oh, bless.
That was a request from Ben Lemel for the lovely Claira, really. We know that, don't we? It was for you. Oh, where have you gone? There you are.
Hello, I'm back.
Yes, you're back. I can hear you. I'm going to play another song now, actually. Another sort of love song. But it's beautiful. I love this. I heard it 10 days ago for the first time, by the wonderful, extraordinary, taking over the world, Billie Eilish.
Gorgeous, love her.
Yeah. Isn't it incredible when something goes so stratospheric?
Yeah.
Do you know what I think she's going to be like? Well, it wouldn't surprise me because she's got so many songs out there.
Yeah.
And she's got her own style, but she does experiment quite a lot. I think she might be a little bit of an Ed Sheeran in a female form.
Maybe.
Could be.
But she's so unique, and she's gorgeous.
Yeah.
She's got this vulnerability and uniqueness in her voice.
She's very young, isn't she?
She's so gorgeous,
Yeah.
so sweet.
So this is I Love You.
Oh,
have you heard this?
Probably.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Billie Eilish, I Love You. Oh my goodness. Sorry, Billy. Just spoke over the last little who. That was Billie Eilish. The most beautiful song. That was I Love You. And I'm going to dedicate that to one of our presenters, George Luke, who does his wonderful Round the World show on a Sunday evening. He won't be there this evening because yesterday his wife gave birth to a little baby girl.
Oh,
happy daddy. So her name is Sylvie, and I've seen a photograph. So that I Love You by Billie Eilish is for George Luke, our co-presenter, one of our fellow presenters who has just become a daddy.
This Life with Amy Deane.
Whoops, had the volume up a little bit high for that one.
Sorry, I'm just picking up my ears off the floor. Just sticking them back on with sticky tape.
Oh dear, that was because Billie Eilish was singing so softly. I had to turn her up a bit. Sorry about that. Amy Deane into your eardrums. I hope you got the message. Welcome to the show. If you have just started listening, I'm Amy Deane, and this is Claira Lemel.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. So we are talking about lots of things about life, the things that you're challenged by, the things that you want to challenge in your life. And stepping outside of your comfort zone is something I've been talking about for the last couple of weeks. I know that Claire's been thinking about, where have I been stepping outside of my comfort zone?
Yeah, really been trying to think about that one.
Yeah,
actually.
I bet you have, and you just haven't even noticed.
Yeah, sometimes it's just really subtle things that you do. I'm trying to think that because it's been a funny old week this week. Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that one, Amy.
Because I've just extended my comfort zone. So I don't know if you have been listening to the whole concept of the fact that once you... people are fearful of stepping outside of their comfort zone, and that they want to stay in the comfort, and that's what stops them from making the first step. And my message is, the way I look at it, is that if you start doing something, it actually extends your comfort zone. So suddenly, like I started running. I've never been a runner ever in my life.
I am seriously impressed, Amy. I'm seriously impressed as someone who won't even run down the road.
Well, I wouldn't. Honestly, I wouldn't normally. It wouldn't enter my head. But I have started running. I'm doing the Couch to 5K, which is actually an NHS app.
Fantastic.
It's created by the NHS.
Yeah.
So you get guidance all the way. And I haven't been able to do as much as I wanted this week, but I have started enjoying it. If you start off really gently, don't push yourself.
Yeah.
It's really worth it. So now running is in my comfort zone, baby.
Oh, well done, sister. I'm very proud of you.
Yes.
Very proud.
I'm
You'll
very
be doing the
proud of
marathon
me.
before you know it.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Maybe let's not go too far.
Yeah,
Let's go
steady
too
on,
far.
steady on. I'm not sure about that. I'm not really a competitive runner.
No, but you're just doing it for yourself, and you're doing exactly the right thing with starting any new challenge is just slowly doing a little bit at a time, baby steps.
Exactly.
Always the best way.
Exactly. Now that makes me think about this little phrase that I came up with this week, which I haven't found the song, but I will do. It ain't what you do.
Oh,
It's the way that you do it.
Love it.
And actually, there was another one that I came up with from another song, which completely and utterly different, which is "Nothing Comes from Nothing."
Oh, where's that? Who sang that?
Oh, the sound of music. Nothing comes from nothing. Nothing ever could.
Wow.
Yes,
Like
and it's that where she's singing this lovely, romantic, lovely, loving song to him. What's his name? So it's Julie Andrews and
Christopher Plummer.
Yes,
Yes.
that's it. So when the first time they confess their love to each other, and they say, "Somewhere in my youth or childhood, I must have done something good."
Oh,
Cute.
yeah, nice.
Okay, right. So so that's another little phrase. I like that. Nothing comes from nothing, which is absolutely true. So do nothing, you get nothing.
Yep.
Do something, you get something.
Absolutely.
So that's like you say, take the first baby step, one step at a time, and stuff starts to
goals.
happen.
Yeah.
Sit back and wait for the universe to bring you all the abundance that you want.
Yeah.
And you could be sitting there waiting for a long time. So I say, get moving, start doing stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I have a horrible feeling we can start sort of waffling and rambling for a bit. So I'm going to play another song.
Never. We would never ramble. It's all good stuff.
Yeah. All very, very interesting. Every word is a pearl of wisdom. Well, maybe not every word. Do you know what? I've had an email from your husband.
Yeah.
Do you know what he says?
Oh, really?
While
I'm a
you're
bit worried
talking
a bit now.
about knitting and kittens.
Cheeky monkey.
Cheeky? How cheeky
How
is that?
very cheeky.
He sent us some song suggestions.
Okay.
Do you know what one of them is? I think this is the worst one. Elvis, A Little Less Conversation. Hello, Ben.
Oh, wait till I get it.
You are no longer my friend.
Well, till I get home. Oh, I've got all a bit fishwifey. Oh, wait till I get him. Oh, my East End Charlie
You're
vibe is
in
coming
trouble,
out here.
Ben. Right, let's put a song on. Now, I know that I said Freya Ridings. I'm sure you do know this song.
Yeah, I think I do.
Castles. Love
Yeah.
this. I really love her work. So let's put a bit of that on.
Marvellous.
Freya Ridings and Castles, really love her music. I do love it when there are new artists who come out and they're really, really good, and they just keep bringing out more good songs. You know, because she's got several out there at the moment.
She?
Yeah, she has.
Yeah.
Without You is another one, and I know she's got another new one that's just being played a lot at the moment. I need to make sure that gets on the playlist. So that was Freya Ridings.
Beautiful.
Now we've been talking about, there was a little phrase that I came up with, two little phrases. So from songs, in fact, maybe you could tell me, why don't you get in touch with us and tell us what is your favourite phrase from a song that you love. Maybe it might not be the song in particularly you love, but you love the phrase from the song.
Yeah, that would be great.
So I've got one which we were talking about, which is, "It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it." Now that's from a Bananarama song. We don't have the song, Clara. We don't have it. I know.
I won't sing it. I won't do that to our
I was just going to get you to sing it for us.
No, I wouldn't do that to them.
Oh, come
no.
on. You've got to do it with me. Yeah, ready? 1, 2, 3. It ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. There you go.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it. That'll do. Yeah. No more.
Can I just say, I actually saw Bananarama in concert with Funboy 3.
No.
Now I'm showing my age. Back in the early 80s at Hammersmith Apollo. Hammersmith Palais. Now I'm really going back. And they were amazing. Absolutely amazing. And I remember I had the same sort of look. I liked the dungarees. I had the big old bow in the hair, the spiral perm. I thought I was so hot. Loved Bananarama. Absolutely did. So every time I hear about Bananarama, it just takes me back to being 16 again, which was 100 years ago. But, you know.
With your perm.
Yeah. And that, that kind of big bows that you used to have in your hair, big scarves.
Big bows that you used to have in your hair, Clara. I never had big bows.
Oh, did you not do that?
No, I don't think I did.
Oh, okay.
Big scarves.
Yeah, like everyone used to have big bows and big scarves in your hair. It was such a look, and Bananarama were really into it, and other bands as well. But you had big hair, big permed hair.
I was more your hippie chick.
Oh, okay. Oh, you were that way. Okay. All right.
I know how
Would
to
we have
think
been friends then? Would we have been friends back then? Would we have
know.
looked at each other and gone, oh, no, I don't think
Look
so.
at her with a big bow in her hair. The curly locks.
But it's a great song, great title.
Right, so it is a great song, great title, can't find it. So you have
Okay.
to put up with our singing.
Ooh.
But we have had a song request. Now, I'm just going to see, we've had 2 song requests actually, 2 suggestions. All right, we haven't got the second one. Charlie is listening in Chiang Mai.
Wow, we're international.
All right, Charlie, how are you doing? Good to know you're listening. What's the weather like in Thailand?
Oh.
What a horrible place to live. Must be dreadful.
Oh, poor
Dreadful.
girl.
I know. It's so
Poor thing.
lovely here, Charlie. You're missing the glorious drizzle and grey skies. How unlucky are you? Right, so we're not going to play Eddie and the Hot Rods. Can't find that at the moment. Instead, we're going to do a bit of Ed Sheeran. The other, not Eddie, Ed.
Nice. Yeah.
And I'm just going to go for dance around your kitchen type thing. You know. Sing.
Yay! Love this song.
That was Ed Sheeran and Sing, of course. I hope that got you dancing around your kitchen. We were doing a bit of chair dancing here because just boogieing in our...
We were very good.
Yes, we're very good. And the wheels on the chair keep us moving a bit, spinning around the studio because it's huge. So we were talking about it ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it. So it's just going to run over this for a little bit for the before the news. That song, by the way, that we just played for Charlie, who is listening in Chiang Mai in Thailand. Now, it ain't what you do. What does that mean to you, Claira?
Well, okay. So for me, that's about mindset. It's about how you approach something. And I've got a great example that was on the news this week. Now, there was a chap that was working on the tube. And he's the guy who's on the platform and he's announcing, right, stay away from the doors. He's helping people get on the tube. And he would do it in a style of like a boxing promoter to just cheer people up as they're going to work. So he's had an amazing voice and he would go, right, coming up on the left-hand side, we have the tube all the way to Wembley. So it was something like that.
Fantastic.
So, and he made it like a boxing announcement, like when the boxers are coming in and there's all the cheering going on. Anyway, cut a long story short, someone puts it on YouTube, then this company contact him, and now he's got a job as a promoter and the voice of when the boxers come into the ring in a professional capacity. It's changed his life. New
How
job.
amazing is that? So what you're saying is, it ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it can change your life. Now, I'm going to hold that thought because we're going to have to go to news, weather, etc., all of that jazz. We will be back with you soon to talk about more stories about it ain't what you do, it's the way that you do it.
do it.
Exactly.
Amy Deane on Chiltern Voice.